Mustansa talked about bots. Workplace पे you have the capability to use your own workflows to build your own bots. आप bots बना सकते हैं, for example, employees का mood check करने के लिए. So it's more like something that when you open up your screen, it says कि इस दिन कैसा चल रहा है, क्या हो रहा है, मुंह क्यों बना हुआ है. You come up with all those emoji icons and stuff like that. So those things basically actually start judging that. You do some sort of sentiment analysis. They try to see कि within each of your posts आप कौन सी keywords ज़्यादा use कर रहे हैं. Someone is using more colon and bracket close, which is the smiley face, and you tend to do the analysis on that कि उसके basis पे ज़्यादातर लोग जो हैं वो smileys भेज रहे हैं, ज़्यादातर लोग जो sad face बना के भेज रहे हैं, ज़्यादातर लोग angry red face बना के भेज रहे हैं, ज़्यादातर लोग लिख क्या रहे हैं. और उन लफ्ज़ों के basis पे sentiment analysis था that actually you are able to do by yourself. It's not something which is very rocket science sort of a thing. Plus there is an application, there are lots of apps अब इसके ऊपर workplace बन के आना शुरू हो गई हैं. और apps से मुराद क्या है कि for example one of the app that we are trying to evaluate is the safety app. Everyone has got the safety drill. हर जगह पे drills होती हैं और drill होती है, alarm बजते हैं, you have particular process, you have to evacuate the building, you have to stand somewhere जो आपका assembly place होता है, then you do the head count. So that particular app on the workplace allows you to do the head count sort of an online way. It has an advisor, safety advisor mode that's send out the notification क्या हो गया, कौन सी जगह पे रास्ते बंद हो गए, कौन सी जगह पे जलसा आ रहा है, कौन सी जगह पे जुलूस हो रहा है, and so forth. But those things are actually being done on the workplace. So it's not just the fun stuff, it's something serious stuff also which is currently being used on that. Last two slides. And this is something how we are going to transition to this future of the work of the workplace. There are 6 key points. It's more of a learnings that we have come up during the implementation and the 5 months that we've gone through. The very first thing still remains the culture. And especially if you're working in an organization जहाँ पे कुछ companies, they're as old as 50 years, like Engro Fertilizer. कुछ companies are as new as 50 weeks, like Engro Digital. So there are different set of people, different set of entire mindset was actually being there. कुछ कंपनी अच्छा काम कर रही होती हैं तो वहाँ पॉजिटिविटी बहुत ज़्यादा होती है. कुछ जगहों पे कंपनी इतना ख़राब कर रही होती हैं, कहते हैं यार पता नहीं हमारा इस वेरिएबल पे हमें मिलेगी कि नहीं मिलेगी. So all those things goes on and on. But again, that culture is something which is driving to it. So culture is something that you have to be very, very cautious about, especially if you are embarking on any of those initiatives which is disruptive. अच्छा, इसका हल क्या है? इसका हल कुछ है नहीं, क्योंकि the only hell is you have to stop it in. I still recall कि when I was young and my grandmother used to tell me कि फ्रिज में ना रखा करें चीज़ें, उससे रेज आती हैं और वो कैंसर हो जाता है. हमें नहीं पता कैंसर होता था, लेकिन एक अब सब लोग फ्रिज यूज़ करते हैं, सब लोग माइक्रोवेव यूज़ करते हैं. So when the things start, there are always certain things which take some time to go for the acceptability phase. But once used, आज भी सिगरेट पे लिखा होता है कि सिगरेट पीने से कैंसर हो जाता है, और तस्वीर भी बहुत मनहूस सी उन्होंने बनाई होती है, लेकिन इसके बावजूद अभी कॉल ली थी कितने लोग सिगरेट पीते हैं. Lots of people do smoke. Second part is the collaboration, communication, connectivity. ये the main theme है इसका. So you cannot have anything, you can't get away this particular thing कि the people are changing. आज से 10 साल पहले there was a terminology that we called के thumb generation है. Those thumb generation are the people who used to do the SMS. They used to have those SMS things going on the feature set phone. When the feature set phone were replaced by the smartphones, now we have the terminology called the millennials. So those things are something we are driving the pace of the change. At the end of the day, we need to make sure that business one of you in HR, you know how important the people are and how important their engagement is. If their engagement is strong, automatically things got to put in the right boxes. Something which is important that digital tools are coming up every other day. आप घर में आपको if you're into any organization, आप कहते हैं कि यार मेरा जो inbox है, why there is a limit कि उसके अंदर 10 MB, मेरा inbox 1 gigabyte का क्यों है? मुझे Google free में 6 gigabyte देता है, आप 1 gigabyte देते हैं. So those are things that are always going to happen. So there's similar, there will be lots of things that takes away your screen time. We have got a very excellent presentation by Dr. Sarwat, I recall, on health and wellness thing, when there was a picture of a person who was sleeping and then they were opening up eyes and trying to see what the messages are come up. उठते हैं फजर की नमाज से पहले हम देखते हैं मैसेज कितने हैं, and then we start responding to it. So those things are actually taking away our time. So उस screen time में work पे सा कितना time होगा ये काम करने के लिए it's a big challenge for the HR and the Corpcoms and IT to support them accordingly. But make sure कि वो screen time दिन में है वही 12 घंटे. Yeah, 24 hours or 8 घंटे, whatever it is. But within those 8 hours or 24 hours, you're actually taking the slices from somewhere. If we put this presentation along with Dr. Sarwat's presentation, तो ये flop हो जाएगी. क्योंकि we have a total different things that were coming in, and those things were absolutely correct. At the same time, we need to show how can we make ourselves more disciplined. But that's a whole new debate, so we don't get into it. Last one, leaders increasingly lead networks, not hierarchy. ये वो पहली चीज़ थी जब disruptive technologies के अंदर आती है. Whenever you have disruption, there are lots of things that happen that put up lots of responsibilities on the leaders within the organization. They have to lead the way they should lead. अगर वो use नहीं कर रहे होंगे तो इस चीज़ के अंदर disaster हो सकता है. The first thing was the culture. Last thing was the leading by example. So if any one of you plan to roll out this particular tool within your organization, you need to catch up on those two things कि जो आपकी MC है, management committee है, how much they are sold onto this idea of actually having a Facebook within the organization. Remember, this Facebook का normal Facebook से कोई ताल्लुक इस तरह नहीं है कि यहाँ के message वहाँ जा सकते हो. There is the option where you can actually use the same ID because it maps the two things. Workplace चल रहा होता है आपकी अपनी organization की ID पे, it could be at engro.com, whereas normal Facebook के ऊपर तो आप किसी भी से आप अपने phone number से भी account बना लेते हैं. So those two things remain separate. Security obviously strong है. There's a lots of debate. इसमें जो एक अच्छी बात हो गई पिछले 5 महीनों में, Facebook has launched another version called Workplace Standard के नाम से, which is free. So any organization is actually meant for small and medium enterprises. You can just use it for free. ज़हन में रखिएगा कि ये कतन मकसद नहीं है कहना कि वर्कप्लेस अच्छा है, जैमर बुरा है, जैम अच्छा है, जैम बुरा है. Each one has got their own placement. अगर उनकी placement ना होती तो वो अब तक obsolete हो चुके होते. But still they are surviving. But you have to see कि आपको ज़रूरत क्या है and what they are actually looking for. If you are looking for engagement, this is one of the excellent tool that you can have. If you are looking for something to save the money on learning, this is an excellent. You know, one simple example that we did, we were looking for an application for the onboarding purposes. New employees join in, जो कोई एप्लीकेशन चाहिए थी, फॉर्म्स देना है, IT की ID बननी है और HR के गाड़ी के स्टिकर और तमाम चीज़ें चल रही होती हैं. So what they were looking for various applications, we said why can't we have one simple page within the workplace and we can just put up all the stuff that is required for a person to get onboarded. Security policies, IT policies, perks relevant to a particular person, whom to contact, key numbers and so on and so forth, safety guidelines and whatsoever. And it just was done in half an hour sort of thing. Something you don't have to buy the software, something you don't have to build any workflow, just a simple workplace enabled page, if you call it. So those things are now getting into more of a business critical stuff and will save on money and will save on costs, especially not just in terms of engagement index पे, but also in terms of the other things. There are lots of groups जो उसमें इस वक्त बन चुके हैं. There more about the cricket also, there's more about the Formula 1 racing also, there's more about the Engro news, there's more about the there's a very most visited page is about buying and selling, just like the advertisement sort of thing. So if you want to sell something, you have got a bike or something, you want to sell it out, you just put the ad there and the people will come up with their own contact number. So you know, it gives you a whole sort of collaboration. You know where to go and you know when to go and you know what you will get there from that thing. So that is something which is actually fostering more and more engagement, more and more collaboration, more and more information sharing across the group. Any questions? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tanveer साहब. I think आपने सही कहा था, आखिर में सेशन करने का यही फ़ायदा होता है, कोई सवाल नहीं आता. बहुत शुक्रिया. This was fantastic and I think lots of things for all.